It was good, honest work building that aqueduct.
Back when we had proper leaders and proper brains.
Make sure you're aiming that at the fish there, son. Keep them nice and fresh.
Don't be shy!
Fresh cuts, fresh cuts. Get your fresh cuts here.
I knew that children were tested, that a bearer's fate was decided at birth.
And assumed it was best for all concerned. I know. But for a child to be blamed, to be hated by its parents through no fault of its own.
We knew nothing of what it meant to be born that way, did we?
No. There's the Abbey. What darkness awaits us within, I wonder.
Let's go and see.
You lose.
Good day to you. I'm afraid the Abbey is not open for public prayer. May Grieger go with you?
We came to offer a donation. From Martha.
I see. Then please, follow me.
I don't want to die.
Please, Father. Something for the pain. I beg you.
The light, it fades. I don't want to die alone.
It's all right. I'm here.
Who are these people?
Martha's bearers. She entrusted them to my care, that I might ease their suffering. To the extent that I can, for the time they have left.
The curse has taken them. All of them.
As it does every bearer forced to use their gift. With each draw on the ether, their bodies petrify, till all that remains is stone and pain, and so they are cast aside. There is nothing either Martha or I can do to change that, but we can at least strive to make their final hours a little more bearable. Have faith, my son, for you shall rise again, and find the happiness denied you in this life.
Thank you, Father.
I must offer you my own thanks for the medicine you so kindly brought. Now their final moments may be moments of peace. When next you see Martha, pray tell her that 2 more have succumbed.
We should get back to Martha's Rest.
Yes, we should.
Fresh cut.
Come and have a look, don't be shy! You ain't pulled that sword from its scabbard in days. Ah, you're back. Thanks for taking care of that.
The abbot had a message for you. 2 more have succumbed.
I see. Come upstairs. So, now you know, eh?
I've seen plenty of bearers die on the battlefield. But never like that.
And all because they were born different. The powers that be can't take away their gift, so they strip them of their humanity instead. Oh, there's plenty who pity a bearer's plight. But so long as we're content to sit around, weeping for those on whose broken backs we're carried, we ain't gonna change nothing.
And so you lend Cid your strength.
What little of it I have. Used profits from this place to buy the poor buggers.
So when the abbot told us the bearers were yours...
Aye, they're my property, at least by law. Any still fit to work fetch a price beyond my means. All I can do is care for those who are past mending. But it's not all doom and gloom. Bernard's finished fixing that bridge for you. You can carry on to Eastpool now. You got questions that need answering, ain't you? Well, I wish you luck.
Thank you, Martha.
Oh, I almost forgot. Cid and I have other friends in Rosaria. Wear this and they'll know you for one of us. And know that you will always be welcome here. You were right, Cid. It really is them. Lord Rosfield and Lady Warwick have come back to us. And long may they stay.
Cid.
Ah, Clive. You're not where I left you.
Hurt your hand.
I did, aye. With 1,000 little lightning bolts. Can't fling them around the way I used to. Think of it as my decoration for long service and exemplary misconduct. But you didn't come here to compare war wounds.
We didn't.
Thank you, Cid. For everything.
If you want to leave, that's your lookout. I'm sure you'll have a long and happy life together if you stay out of my way.
Cid!
Oh. I knew a girl, back in the day. She was a slave to her fate, just like you. I wanted to save her. For a while, I even thought I could. But just because you think something doesn't make it true.
Cid.
I'm no savior. Just a conceited old fool. I talk about people forging their own futures. But instead of handing them the hammer, I beat them with my own. And if no bugger wants to listen to what you've got to say, you might as well keep your gob shut. But Clive, I will say this. You're not a monster. You're the same man you've always been. Accept that, and you may yet escape your fate.
My fate.
Look, Look, lad, you've had a hard life. And I don't see it getting much easier. You might not be able to save anyone else, but at the very least, you can save yourself.
I'll try.
And Jill, I'm sorry we didn't get a chance to talk, but I trust you'll take good care of the boy.
Yes, I will.
Is that the last of it?
Aye.
We'd best head back then. Wouldn't want to keep Nan waiting. Ta-ra then.
I hear the levies are due to go up again. Well, they're hopeless.
Don't you worry about them boards. I use good solid lumber. It's the base on the other side you want to be careful of.
Martha said the blight had spread even further south, pushing yet more monsters down with it. I dare say we'll be seeing a few along the way.
Then we shall have to keep our wits about us.
You there! Over here! Excuse me, I'll use that blade of yours. Ugh, curse my luck, I'm branded. No time to haggle with whoever holds your leash. Wait, that's the slumbering chocobo you're wearing. You and the Marfors, are you? Good. She won't begrudge me the use of you then. Not while there's wolves about. We tried dealing with them ourselves. Made out bait, think we might swoop in and slaughter the lot. But we didn't expect the pack to be quite so bloody big.
I expect the blight drove them here. They must have fled their homes for greener pastures.
We'd hoped empty bellies might make them easy prey. They'd made them mean instead. Martha's no fool, so she must see something in you. Do us a favor and get rid of them, will you?
All right. I suppose those wolves pose a threat to everyone.
Aye, that's what I'm talking about. I'd wager the greedy bastards are still over yonder, finishing off our bait. When you've seen to every last one of them, go and speak to my friend over the bridge. Bryce, his name is. He'll want to know if it's safe to come across. All right, off you go then.
Look hungry, all right. Hungry and mean. Now to find this Bryce and let him know the road's safe.
Wonder how long that bait'll...
You, Bryce?
What's it to you, bearer?
Your friend asked me to get rid of the wolves, so I got rid of the wolves.
You'd have me believe a single bearer slew the entire pack. Then again, if you didn't, you wouldn't be on this side of the bridge. Bugger me, you're a tough one, aren't you?
Oh, Frederick!
You wily bastard. I never thought to pit beast against beast like that. You served us well, bearer. Be sure to pass our thanks to your master.
Look, the windmills. That must be Eastpool.
I remember coming here with Lord Murdoch when I was young. Rosaria seemed a very different place back then.
Drink up now, my darling. Quiet, isn't it?
Yes.
You're Clive Rossfield. It's me, Hannah, Rodney Murdoch's wife.
Lady Hannah.
Oh, I knew it was you. You haven't changed at all. The Lord Marquis and Jill too. It's so good to see you both again.
It's good to see you too, Lady Hannah.
If you have time, you simply must come back to the house. I haven't much to offer, but what is mine is yours.
We should be delighted.
And you have been wandering the world ever since. I can well understand fleeing from those iron blood brutes, but oh, to take to the road at such a tender age.
It wasn't easy, but we survived, and...
And now we're back. It's wonderful to see you safe and well, Lady Hannah. Do you think you will stay here, in Eastpool?
Rosalith still enjoys the Mother Crystal's blessing, does it not? You could always move.
This house holds a lot of memories for me. So long as I can live here in peace, here I shall stay. Not that it matters. The capital is closed to civilians, by order of the Duchess. Or should I say, Her Imperial Majesty. Annabella's marriage to the Emperor of Sambrec heralded a great many changes here.
Yes. Of course.
Oh, forgive me. I didn't mean to...
Please. There is nothing to forgive. Would my mother not make an exception for you and your husband? Surely she would not refuse the Lord Commander.
You haven't heard, then. Rodney passed away on the night of the fire. He never returned from Phoenix Gate.
I'm sorry.
Clive.
My poor child. You look pale. All this traveling must have taken its toll. I insist you rest. We can talk later. Hmm?
Are you sure you don't want to sleep inside?
I can't. Not after what I did.
Lady Hannah said she would prepare a change of clothes for you in the morning. She really has been very kind.
Years of killing. 13 years without the faintest glimmer of hope. It was only Joshua that kept me going. I swore that I would avenge his death. That I would kill his killer. That was the only thing that gave my life any meaning. But if it was me who killed Joshua and Murdoch and all the others, then why the hell am I still breathing?
I ask myself the same. When I fought, hundreds died. There were so many bodies, so many lives cut short in their prime. That day in Dhalmekia, I wanted to join them. I wanted it all to end. I couldn't bear it anymore. If living meant being that, better to be just another body.
I'm sorry.
Do you remember that night on the balcony, when we looked up at the moon? I said a prayer to Metia, and that prayer was answered. You came back to me. The heavens must have a plan for us. We should get some rest. Good night, Clive. Sleep well.
Thank you, Lady Hannah. Perhaps now people will not flee at the sight of me.
You look just like Elwyn did when he was your age.
How did you come to have some of my father's old clothes?
Oh, before Elwyn became Archduke, our families would often summer together. He and Rodney were like brothers. These clothes have been in a wardrobe for years, collecting cobwebs along with everything else.
Well, I'm very grateful for them. And sorry for depriving you of your memories.
Not at all. It's what your father would have wanted.
They suit you well. Thank you, Lady Hannah.
Yes, thank you. You've been most kind.
No, I should thank you. It may only have been for a short while, but seeing you again took me back to happier times. Fare you well, my lord and lady.
And you, Lady Hannah. If we follow the road to the north, it should take us all the way to Phoenix Gate. Let's go.
If you're buying, I'm selling. Safe travels. You? Those are Elwyn's. By the flames. You're his firstborn. Clive Rosfield.
You're mistaken.
Oh, you can't fool me, my lord. You're the very image of your father. And that would be true even if you weren't wearing his clothes. The self-same garments Hannah was keeping for you, if I'm not mistaken. She always swore that she would never part with them until the day Elwyn's sons returned. And now that day has come. Why, you'll be able to take your bearers back as well.
My bearers? Forgive me, Master Mayor. I was a child when last I came to Eastpool. I didn't recognize you.
Oh, I'd be surprised if you recognized anything at all. Much has changed since Rosaria fell to the Empire. Not least for the bearers, who once served her noble families. When the Ironbloods sacked Rosalith 13 years back, many who lost their masters fled here in search of sanctuary.
And never returned.
Aye. The plan was to send them home once we'd won back the capital. But then the Imperials arrived. Rosaria became a province of Sanbreque. The duchy was dissolved, and they no longer had any home to return to. Back in your father's day, any bearer who lost their master became a ward of the duchy. We'd hand them over to the sheriffs, and they'd be assigned a new position. But when we saw how the Empire treated their branded, we knew that wasn't an option. So they've been here ever since.
And now you want to give them to me?
They're yours by right, Lord Rosfield. Bequeathed you by your late father. And they'd be better off serving you than hiding here. Indeed, many of them used to serve your house, and still consider the Rosfields their masters.
I'm no one's master. Not anymore. They wouldn't be safe with me.
I understand. You'll forgive an old man his fanciful notions. Been daydreaming for too long. But still, I would ask a favor of you. A small mercy.
If it is within my power.
One of the bearers is an elderly fellow who still swears absolute loyalty to Archduke Elwyn. I don't ask that you take him into your service, only that you meet with him. Let him see that Elwyn's son still lives, and that he's as fine a man as his father ever was.
It would be my honor.
Thank you, my lord. He sits by the well most days, watching the people go about their business. If you could show him your face, I would be most grateful.
As fine a man as my father.
You're not so very different, you know. Especially dressed like that. Come on, let's go and meet that bearer.